Well, if you're trying to hit your goal weight, there are some foods you can eat that can actually help you.
This episode of the Dollar Saving Divas podcast is brought to you by RentTheRunway.com.
You'll find more than 200,000 pieces and 400 designers in the Rent the Runway closet. For any event you might be attending, formal, cocktail, or festive, you can get 4 or 8 day designer rentals for a fraction of the price. Anything you want, one flat price.
And when you click the link on our Dollar Saving Divas Facebook page, you'll save even more and help keep this podcast free.
Look great and save money too at renttherunway.com. Well, if you're trying to lose weight, there are certain foods versus just stocking up on celery. There are a few things that you can eat that will actually make you feel full and help you hit that goal weight. And one of them is barley. And I always think of barley. I never think of barley as except for vegetable soup.
I was just going to say barley soup.
Well, and I like it in vegetable soup. But there are other ways that you can prepare it. And it does deliver 6 grams of fiber, which is good, which will help make you feel full longer. So you can use barley as a breakfast cereal. Did you know that?
No.
Like oatmeal. So you can cook it with some milk, like a cup of low-fat milk for 25 minutes until it kind of gets tender, and then you can put some
you can put some honey,
fruit, and
which
I never think of barley that way.
I would never have thought of it as a breakfast food.
Right, but it'll fill you up for the day.
But still, it'd be the vegetable soup aspect, because if it's, I mean, that's low-cal.
It is.
Because it's vegetables.
And it's good for you.
It's good for you.
I love to drink tea. Another thing you can drink is oolong tea, which is actually rich in antioxidants.
I've never even heard of that before.
I have heard of it, but I've never tried it. But you can it's got a little bit of caffeine in it, which is a good thing. But it's got some antioxidant compounds that'll rev up your metabolism. So that is always a good thing. You can mix it with some milk if you want to make a little latte. Otherwise, you just steep it, like you would any other tea. But it's got those antioxidants in it.
Well,
always a good choice.
We all know that I love cheese, and I didn't know this, but Parmesan cheese. I mean, that just makes me. I'm excited. It actually Parmesan. I can just load up on Parmesan cheese. It actually contains a fatty acid that findings suggest could boost your metabolism by promoting healthy gut bacteria, they say. Whatever. I don't know what gut bacteria really is, but
it's good, right?
It's good, I guess.
It sounds like it shouldn't be, but
I think it's just, I use Parmesan cheese on a salad topper. I always grate some Parmesan cheese. So I think that's really a great.
Well, that's interesting, because I never thought of it as being good for you. You feel like cheese is always going to be a bad choice.
Right, but what I usually do too is I'll get some shredded Parmesan, and I'll just keep it in a bag and keep it in my freezer, and then just take it out a little bit at a time as I need to use it.
Do you buy it shredded, or do you buy the chunks and then grate your own?
Well, I've done both.
Depends on what's on sale.
That's exactly right. If it's the 10 for 10 sale at Kroger, then I'm going with that.
Exactly.
But I prefer to have it shaved versus I don't like the grate. That one that you shake out of the shaker?
Oh, no, I don't like that.
No.
I like the shaved, or if it's really finely grated.
Yes.
But not necessarily the little shred things.
No. I like shaved the best.
That has nothing to do with your diet whatsoever, but I digress.
And we all know that I love to make chili. And kidney beans. Yes, they're hearty and they're filling. So I assume that it doesn't lead to extra calories, but it's really high fiber. So I think I'm going to go home and I'm going to make some chili because it's wintertime.
Yeah.
And I think, and I
Parmesan cheese on it.
And I'll put some Parmesan cheese on it.
And have it with a glass of tea.
And no. Well, I could put some barley in it too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've done that. I've actually done that before.
Really?
Or farro. I'll put farro or barley or quinoa in my chili. Gives a little extra protein and fiber. But I don't put meat in. I was just going to say, you don't eat meat. Those are my meat substitutes.
It'll have meat in it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put barley in it, and I'm going to top it with some Parmesan cheese and some onions and some jalapeno peppers. And,
I'm not sure any of that is good for you, but it sounds delicious.
Well,
and then when we put the sour cream on top, it's
that's exactly what I was going to say. And then maybe have some Frito scoops on the side, and just scoop that baby out. Okay, so I think we need to do a podcast on chili. Right? I mean, that's just totally digress to that. Well, these are some of the things that you can eat to make it get your perfect weight, which I think we're at our perfect weight, don't you?
I think so.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
We've heard from so many of you, our Dollar Saving Divas podcast listeners, that you're having a difficult time leaving a rating and review for the podcast in iTunes. So here's a painless way to do it.
Go to www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/DSD for an easy step-by-step tutorial to follow. That's www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/DSD.
Reviewing and rating our podcast in iTunes helps us in so many ways, but most importantly, we get your feedback on what you like about the podcast.
Thanks for being a listener and subscriber and going to www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/DSD. Thanks for listening to the Dollar Saving Divas. If you have ideas for an upcoming episode, we'd love to hear from you. Just head to our Facebook page at facebook.com/DollarSavingDivasCBus and share your comments. Our podcast is available on iTunes, iHeartMedia, or your favorite podcast player. Thanks again for listening.
Circle270media.com